Welcome to Astrodology, the podcast that brings you knowledge, wisdom, and principles that can help you find the peace and comfort we all seek and deserve in our lives. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Astrodology with Astrid. I hope you're doing well. We're in the thick of the fall season. Wow, so much happened leading us into this fall season. The incredible, crazy hurricanes in the southeast, and energetically the eclipses, planets changing and moving and closing out, and new moons, full moons. But it's been a really wild ride since the month of September. So I send blessings, prayers, and peace to those that are affected by the hurricanes. Really, really devastating this time. But today I'm here to talk to you about sacred symbolism. And I want to talk about two. I want to talk about triangles. And I want to talk about the shape, the pyramid. And the pyramid is we're going to focus on the crystalline energy when we talk about pyramids. Why on earth am I talking about this today? Because I just had a solar return. October is my birthday month. I just enjoyed a wonderful weekend, just celebrating myself and reflecting and finding ways to bring peace and mindfulness to my time, because it's my personal new year and we all get one. So whenever your birthday is, it's happy solar return is where that sun was a year ago on the same day that you were born. So every year that sun returns to that exact spot. But it's your personal new year, and you get to, just like for January 1, you get to decide what is it that you want? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to focus on? In thinking about my new year ahead and reflecting on everything that's happened and just reflecting on where I was 1 year ago and how I got there, I wanted to come up with some things to focus on. And I'm famous for focusing on way too many things at one time. So I came up with the number 3. 3 is one of my favorite numbers. 3 in its basic meaning is creation. And as I thought about just focusing on 3 things, I know there's a theory out there that says focus on one thing, one significant thing, and land that, bring that to fruition, and then move on to another thing. But I really feel the 3 items that I've selected actually go hand in hand. And in thinking about the 3 items, I thought about a triangle, because a triangle is a powerful shape, and we'll talk about why. But at the top of my triangle, which everyone should do, so it's kind of great to have a symbol to look at. So every day I'm looking at my sacred triangle. And at the top of the triangle, I have one of the things that I want to focus on in my new year ahead is my body, my mental, physical, and emotional health. That should be at the top of everyone's pyramid, because in order to do anything else, you want to come from a place of wholeness. And there is a Muslim guy on TikTok, and he says so many profound things, but to paraphrase, he basically said, you can have hundreds of problems until you have a health problem, and then you really only have one problem. He says, and only the sick know this. So the idea is we have so many tools, supplements, nutrition, and things that we can do to keep ourselves healthy. But mental health is no joke. A lot of us struggle because it's a tough world out there, and I'm an empath, so a lot of things get me down just that are happening externally before I even begin to think about what I think about myself. So I'm not going to tell you what the other 2 items are, but what I will tell you is this. I am going to laser focus on these 3 areas. If they do not fit in these categories, if someone invites me somewhere, if there's some energy to be used for something, I'm not going to do it if it doesn't affect these 3 categories. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. I know that. But I'm not looking for easy. I will talk about the slight edge work that I've done this entire year, and I'll talk about that in another episode. But let's talk about the number 3. What does the number 3 symbolize? The number 3 has always held powerful symbolism. You know, some people say good things come in threes, and the reverse, people say, oh gosh, bad things also come in threes. So sometimes if 2 things in a row happen to you, you might as well stub your toe or hit your shoulder into a wall so that you can get the third one over. But the birth, life, death cycle is a 3. Mind, body, soul, or in yoga we say body, mind, spirit. There are 3 acts in a typical story. And wherever the 3 shows up in your life, you know, wherever you see the number 3, if you see 333 on a clock, it's actually creativity, communication, optimism, and curiosity. The number 3 is a universal, it's an innate expression of nature, it's called, because of earth, sun, and moon. The human amalgam of the body, mind, and spirit. When we think of time itself, we think of past, present, and future, and our full cycle of experience as we go through birth, life, and death. So 3 is so powerful. The number 3 biblically in the Bible represents divine wholeness. It represents completeness and perfection. So the idea is wholeness, completion, and perfection. And in the Bible, it was said that it was used to put a divine stamp of completion or fulfillment on a subject. So cool. And it's also, you know, science is in the game. Neuroscientists have proven that our brains like patterns, and 3 happens to be the most basic pattern form, making it the easiest string of information for our brains to absorb and for us to remember. The significance of 3, we heard that people say things happen in 3s. And think about the Christian faith. The number 3 is symbolized by the Holy Trinity, Creator, Redeemer, Sustainer. Again, it's come to mean wholeness. And the 3 attributes, the 3 qualities of God are omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. Omnipotence. Sorry about that. The number 3, it represents our collection or connection to the divine. The number 3 is associated with, like I said, creativity, self-expression, and also the ability to manifest our desires. It seems that this symbol is like a triad that really links the physical, mental, and spiritual world. So let's talk about the power of a triangle. It is considered one of the strongest shapes. Any weight placed on a triangle is evenly distributed on all 3 of its sides. A triangle represents geometric sturdiness, so no matter how much weight or tension you put on one side, it will not break. It is resilient, and we really admire that. So that is one of the reasons why I chose the symbol of a triangle. I want to connect with that resilience and that the ability not to be broken. I'm going into a year where I have to be very, very, very strong. So now I looked up, as I was studying this, the arc, think of a circle, is actually the strongest structural shape. And in nature, a sphere or round circle is the strongest 3D shape. The reason being is that stress is distributed equally along the arc instead of concentrating on any one point. Back to the triangle. The triangle has 3 corners that help support its weight and its load, and the square has 4. The hexagon has 6, and the octagon has 8. So again, in contrast, the circle can be viewed as having 360 corners. Thus, the circle is by far the strongest shaped column. So we talk about columns, but the triangle is powerful for many, many reasons. Strength and stability. They are a geometric shape, like I said, that distributes weight evenly across all 3 sides, giving us strength and stability. Number 3, it represents number 3, the sacred number. It's represented by the triangle. Again, Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. And the direction of the point of a triangle can help convey different meanings. An upward pointing triangle can represent stability. It can represent power. And if the triangle is facing downward, it can represent excitement and risk taking. Now, an inverted triangle can be used to subvert expectations. And there's something called the Volknut. The Volknut is a symbol of 3 interlocking triangles that appears in the archaeological record of the ancient Germanic peoples, a Volknut. And then the Merkelrad. This Merkelrad, also known as the triangle of power, is a hand gesture made by resting the hands in front of the stomach so that the fingertips meet. In our yoga world, that's called a mudra. So the Merkelrad is a triangle of power, is a hand gesture made by resting the hands in front of the stomach so that the fingertips meet. And the triangle is often associated, again, like with the Holy Trinity, God, Father, Jesus Christ, the Son. And it's the alchemistic elements of fire, water, air, and earth are depicted with variations of upright and upside down triangles. Triangles bring and elicit emotion. Triangles have energy and power as they point out the direction, and they can give us a feeling of action, tension, or even aggression. On one hand, they can symbolize strength, while on the other hand, they can also represent conflict. Triangles are seen more of a masculine shape. I love triangles because I feel like they bring healthy tension. There is a term of healthy tension, and that healthy tension should be like lighting a fire underneath us. Triangles with their 3 sides and 3 angles, they also embody harmony and stability. They symbolize the trinity of creation, past, present, future, body, mind, spirit, heaven, earth, humanity. The idea is, in meditation, there are meditations that include the triangle and allows you to look at a point, a drishti point of a triangle when you're meditating. And it's said that the triangle is one of the simplest and most powerful shapes. It's a perfect symbol of balance and harmony. It symbolizes our evolution to higher consciousness towards the ultimate goal of enlightenment. In yoga practice, we have a mudra called Anjali Mudra, and it reminds me of the triangle because the palms come together and the thumbs are in the cave of the heart, but the fingers point upward, and it's almost like the left hand and the right hand form the base of the triangle. A triangle is a 2D shape, so let's talk about a pyramid. And I wanted to talk about pyramids because pyramids show up in the crystal world. I think people have forgotten about the power of crystals. I'm going to talk about that soon as well. But a triangle is a 2D shape, while a pyramid is a 3D shape. So in the world of crystals, shapes matter. Spheres, circles, hearts, all of them matter. Faces, a triangle only has 3 sides, while a pyramid has multiple triangular faces that form its sides, with the base being a polygon. Apex, a triangle has no apex, while a pyramid has a single point at the top where all the triangle faces meet, called the apex. So a triangular pyramid is a type of pyramid where the base is a triangle, meaning all of the faces of the pyramid are triangles. So cool, right? So pyramids are considered a prism of pure light, especially if you have some kind of quartz crystal. Crystal pyramids are the most effective shapes when you're thinking about trying to attract and manifest and amplify energy. They've been used by ancient civilizations, and of course the most famous is by the Egyptians. The pyramid shape has been revered for its effectiveness, and the Egyptians actually believed that pyramid symbolized the rays of the sun. And so crystals in this shape are thought to bring high vibrational energy and to help you with manifestation power. And this crystal pyramid shape has been used as a spiritual symbol for centuries. It is believed to represent the connection between the physical and spiritual worlds, and the 4 sides of the pyramid also represent earth, fire, water, and air. So it's believed to be a powerful tool to help focus your energy, and it's considered a powerful tool for healing. So there's a method by which you take a another crystal and you tap it to the center of the pyramid and come down to the side and so forth, and you go around the pyramid charging it up. It is often used for meditation, and also the pyramid can be used for spiritual protection. So these crystals are great for manifesting and amplifying energy. So the shape of the pyramid is found over the course of history in several civilizations and holds many different spiritual meanings depending on which culture you look into. The pyramid is called a tetrahedron in sacred geometry, and its main function is assisting with manifestation. Now, the very wonderful, cool thing about a pyramid is its contrasting yet harmonious output of energy that is at work within the shape. The solid structure base, much like a cube, is very grounded and stabilized energy, while still allowing energy to directly flow out of the point at the top. Pyramids connect energy from the crown chakra to the root chakra, allowing us to feel in tune with higher dimension thinking, our higher selves, while staying grounded to earth. So it's very powerful to hold a pyramid when you are meditating. It's very powerful to have a pyramid in front of you and meditate while you're looking at it. And then there's something called, in the crystal world, the golden triangle crystal. Now, amethyst, rose quartz, and crystal quartz form the golden triangle. It is said that these powerful crystals reinforce each other when they come together, and they are brought together to give more energy. Together, amethyst, rose quartz, and crystal quartz provide love and harmony because the Trinity connects body, mind, and soul. And this brings the body into better balance. Isn't that cool? So pyramids are actually the most powerful crystal shape, and they are the symbols in sacred geometry that are used for focus and to amplify energy through their points. So they're excellent for manifesting your intentions by transmuting them, basically sending them up into the universe. So the idea is, as you meditate and as you look at a triangle or a pyramid, is to send questions into the cosmos and to send your intentions into the cosmos. Pyramids are so important and very good to enhance your crystal grids. So think about it. What is your sacred triangle? What is your, as that saying said, what is your golden triangle? What 3 things in your life that you could commit to, that you can focus on with, and then you're going to have the strength and power of the number 3. 3 automatically brings creativity. If you're citing a mantra, the idea is to say it 3 times. If you're saying an affirmation, the idea is to say it 3 times so that you connect with that power. As I think about triangles, I've always loved the idea of triangles, just knowing that they are a strong structure. I have a triangle pyramid made out of copper, and this came from the Energy Muse ladies. It's pretty cool. It's open, and this triangle is said to charge your crystals, and I've even used it to charge other items, not crystals, charge my jewelry. But think about it. Think about the power of the triangle. The triangle is the strongest, one of the strongest shapes there is. And think about, as we go into a new year with new leadership, and we're going to be entering a 9-year. I'll talk about 9 in another episode, but suffice it to say, 9 is about endings, but whenever you have an ending, you have a beginning. So 2025 is going to be a handful, no joke. And the more we get ourselves stable and grounded like a pyramid or like a triangle, the more we'll be able to stand strong as those storms come through to us. We're still in eclipse season. Eclipse season isn't over. We're in Scorpio season. Scorpio season is here until 11/22. So we have a new moon in Scorpio coming in on November 1st. What a beautiful day to have a new moon on the 1st in a month, the 11th month. So we got triple ones. Now, is that a 3 or not? 11-1 is 3 ones, number 3. What a great way to end on that. I end on that. So I'll catch you in the next episode when I download the new moon in Scorpio and how this energy is going to affect us. One of the things I do want to say that no matter where your sun, moon, and rising are, especially if your sun, moon, rising are in Scorpio, you'll be really, really affected. But the idea is when a sign is on deck, so we're in Scorpio season, water. So think healing, think communication, think intuition, think dreaming, and think power and strength. Scorpio is considered one of the most powerful signs in the zodiac, just like the triangle. So more to come on that, but the idea is whenever a sign is on deck, that energy comes out of you because somewhere in your chart you have Scorpio, whether it's in a house or one of your main aspects. So it's time to act like a Scorpio. Scorpio's on deck. It's time to allow the healing waters to heal your body, mind, and spirit. That sacred trifecta. Thank you again so much for tuning in to this episode of Astrology with Astrid. Thank you for listening to Astrology. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support the podcast, please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about it by sharing this program on social media. You can also follow me on Instagram at Coda Life Goddess or at CodaLife.com. Coda is COTA, Coda Life Goddess or CodaLife.com. Thank you again for listening to Astrology, and I'll see you next time.